children of the one Yahweh. Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given this law to us.
First off, I want to say, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. We are the Hebrew Israelites that come out week in and week out to bid the gospel, the good news to our people, that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are God's chosen people, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? We are the chosen race that God set apart from everybody on the face of the earth to be above everybody, man. So the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're gods and goddesses on this planet, man. And we should be treated as such, man. So we come out here to the highways and to the hedges to teach our people their true nationality and their heritage, and tell them to come back to our culture and stop following the ways of our oppressors. Stop following the customs of our oppressors, the people that keep us in this downtrodden state, man, keeping us going through trials and tribulations while everybody else gets to live in their kingdom, gets to live in their heaven, man. Right. Hey, what's going on, black man, in the Yukon? You know you a god on this earth? We the so-called Jews of the Bible, man. That's We're right. royalty on this earth, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Those people are oppressors, the damn devil that the Bible speaks
That's
of, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need to stop following the ways of our oppressors, man. You know what I'm saying? Because all it's getting us is death, you know what I'm saying? The penitentiary, or getting us sick on drugs and putting us deeper and deeper into captivity and deeper into poverty, man. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, beautiful couple right there? Have you guys ever heard of the Hebrew Israelites? You know that we're God's chosen people, man. The only people that God chose to be his special and chosen race. Right. The so-called black men, the so-called black women, man. Hispanics and Native Americans, man. Our ancestors are the ones that wrote this Bible, man. Right. Not the white man. The white man has nothing to do with this book right here, man. All he does is misinterpret it for us in these churches, man. Right. And have us living in a downtrodden state, man. Keeping us sick off diseases, man. You got a precept? Go ahead.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
This is the word that the Lord God has spoken against us, man. Y'all need to listen up, man. This is important and vital information, man. Go ahead.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
God only knew the Israelites, man. He didn't know anybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? We're the same people that he brought up out of captivity from the Egyptians, man, the so-called Israelites. That's you, sis. You know what I'm saying? This Bible is talking about our people. It's not talking about everybody else on the earth, man. Right. The Lord favors black people, man. He favors the Hispanic people. He favors the Native Americans, man. We have to come back to our own culture, sis. Right. We got to come back to our own nationality. We're not black, man. We're not African Americans, man. You know what I'm saying? We are the Hebrew Israelites that the Bible is speaking about, man. Right. And once we come to the realization of who we are on this earth, man, then we'll take back what was been stolen from us, man. And that's our royalty.
The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
You know why this is high time to wake up out of the sleep that we're in? Because this country is about to go to war. A lot of our black and brown brothers are about to be destroyed in the coming destruction of America, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? The BRIC is about to go to war with us, man, and destroy this country, man, because America has been the bullies of the whole entire planet for centuries, man. The so-called white man has been oppressing everybody on the face of the earth, man. So it's time to come up from underneath their captivity and underneath their reign and take back what has been stolen from us, man. Our nationality, our culture, and our identity, man. Our kingdom. This is our kingdom, man. We gotta take it back.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Right, man. Don't get scared. Don't get scared, black and brown brothers, man, when we hear about these rumors of war that's coming to America, man. thinking that nobody's ever going to be able to destroy the kingdom that's right here that we're living in, man. This is not our kingdom. This is our precious kingdom, man. You shouldn't be afraid that the Most High God is going to come down and destroy the place of our captivity, man. We need to get up out of this captivity, man, and get back to the land which the Most High God, Yahweh, has promised to us, man. We're not going to do that by following the ways and the customs of the people that's oppressing and keeping us in captivity, man.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God remembered her iniquities.
Listen, America's sins have reached the ears and the eyes of the Most High God, man. He's getting tired of it.
Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
The Lord is gonna do double unto Babylon what they've done unto the Most High's chosen people, man.
In the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Right. America likes to get us drunk off of their customs and their different ideologies and their doctrine, indoctrinating our children, trying to what's it called? They got our kids thinking that they could choose whatever gender that they choose that they want, man. You know, a bunch of madness and confusion that goes on in this country, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is going to reward them with the same cup that they rewarded us, except they're going to get a double of that. What's going on, black man? You believe in the Bible, brother? All right. What's your nationality, if you don't mind me asking? Huh? You're Puerto Rican? You know that you're part of the 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people, man? Right. We're out here to teach our people our true nationality, and that we need more brothers of our own to start protecting our neighborhoods, man. You know what I'm saying? And start teaching our children the right way to be, man. Training up our children in the way that they shall go, so they will not depart from it. Because all you see in these streets in the hood right now is our people, our black and brown brothers getting killed and shot down. You know what I'm saying? So we got to come out here and we got to teach our people. Give me Isaiah 58:1. What's going on, brother? Yes, sir, black man. You know what I'm saying? We love our people out here, so we're out here to teach our people how to love each other, man. How to keep God's commandments, man. And teach our people that our people are responsible for this Bible right here. You know what I mean?
They don't give a fuck about that other shit, but niggas speaking that truth about these people.
Right, that's the only way we're gonna get about the captivity that we in. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, sis? How you living? You know what I'm saying? You know that you a child of God, sis?
That's right.
The Bible says that the black woman is the most beautiful woman on the face of this earth, man. We got to come back to our royalty, man. You're a princess. You're a goddess on this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be walking up and down these streets strung out on drugs and alcohol, man. We come out here to get our people off of that type of thing, man. That's nothing but a device of our oppressors, man. You know what I'm saying? To keep us strung out on this type of ideology, and that's their custom, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep following the ways of our oppressors, man. Our people are oppressed out here, man. Our people are dying every second of the day, man. They're being shot down by our enemies, man. So that's why I'm glad you stopped right here, brother, because a lot of, we need you to protect our neighborhoods. We don't really want you to patrol them. We want you to protect us and try to get our people out the street, man. So we need you to be standing up here with us, because they look at you as a sign of authority. You know what I'm saying? We want to be able to respect people like you, man. We don't want to be scared. We don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be scared of our own brothers and sisters because they have on a uniform and they carry a gun, man. Right. Just like we're out here to protect our people, man. You know what I'm saying? So we would like that from the police department, especially our brothers and sisters that are inside of that department. You know what I mean? You got a precept? But like you say you're Puerto Rican. The so-called Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying? They come from the tribe of Ephraim. You know what I'm saying? That's a head tribe among the children of Israel, man. They one of the head tribes, Judah and Ephraim. I'm part of the Southern Kingdom. You're part of the Northern Kingdom, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got separated because we kept beefing with each other, man. So the Lord calls us to split up, you know what I'm saying, and be scattered to all four corners of the earth and be subject to captivity by our oppressors, man, because we fell away from the covenant that the Lord gave our ancestors. Right. Like I said, our ancestors, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people are responsible for writing this Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though we love to tell each other, this book has been translated so many times and it's been rewritten. This book has never been rewritten, man. Right. It's only been published, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else can identify with the curses that's taking place in this book except for our people. Give me that. Go ahead.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2.
Bring it out.
You only have I've known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Because the Most High only knows the black and Hispanic people, he's only punishing us, man. Nobody else is getting punished out here. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And give me 1 Peter 2 and 9. So we could actually know what it's saying. Because a lot of times we go to these churches and they're not reading us the Bible. They're basically giving us their own interpretation of what these scriptures say. But this book is of no private interpretation. It's going to interpret itself. It's going to get into context on its own, man. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need to like try to convolute to something else. What you got? Who got it?
I got 6.
Yeah, what you got?
1 Peter.
Okay.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
You know what the word holy means, brother? Holy means to be separate. It means to be set apart, right? Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
No, equal to.
Above all people.
No, below.
Above all people.
See what that say, brother? So the Lord chose our people, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to be his holy people, to be set apart from everybody else on the face of the earth, to be above all people. But right now, we're on the bottom of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones with the highest rate of poverty, with the highest rate of sickness and diabetes and cancers, and being in the prison system, incarcerated, dead out here on the streets, man. We're the walking dead that this book is talking about, man. We're the valley of the dry bones because we don't know our true nationality and our culture, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we get out here to teach our people. Go ahead with that 1 Peter 2 and 9. This is a precept on that too, so we could get, you know what I'm saying?
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9 in the ESV. That's the English Standard Version. All right, it's just a translation. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession, that you may proclaim the excellencies of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Right, he's not talking about the human race. He's talking about the race of the Israelites, man.
Right.
His own people, like we just read in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Give me Jacob only have I known.
Come.
1 Peter 2 and 9. And the first one was Deuteronomy 7 and 6. You only have I known.
That's Amos 3.
Oh, no. What was the one? Psalms 1?
Psalms 1. Okay, yeah, Psalms 1.
147, 19 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the Amos.
Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel.
You know who Jacob is, right? Jacob is Israel. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily talking about the land. It's talking about the person. That's where the Israelites come from. Once you put the I-T-E on the end of something, it means to descend from. So we are the descendants from Jacob, which is our forefather, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the Israelites, us. You know what I'm saying? Right. So read that one more time.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He didn't do that with anybody else, man. Give me where he gave the covenants to our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? He's not judging nobody else on our earth, man. You know what I'm saying? He's only judging our people because he loves us, just like you love your children. If you love your children, you're going to discipline them. You're going to correct them, man. And when they disobey the rules and those laws that you give them, guess what? You get punished, man, until you figure it out.
The book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision?
What's the advantage of being an Israelite? What's the advantage of being a Jew? You know what I'm saying? Because we are the true Jews. We're not the Jewish people. Those are converts, man. Those are Turkish converts. You know what I'm saying? Amalek. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man, the so-called Caucasian people. They come from Esau. Those are not the real Jews. We're the real Jews, man. They're not being cursed. You know what I'm saying? They don't fit any of these curses or anything in this Bible, man. That's us. This book's talking about us.
What advantage then hath the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
We have every advantage on the face of the earth of being a Jew, man. But we have to come back to the realization and to our own identity that we are the true Jews. You know what I'm saying? We're not black. We're not Puerto Rican. You're not a rich poor. I'm not black. That's a color. This is black, man. You can't take me to the country black. You know what I'm saying? There's more than just dark-skinned people on the earth. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different races of dark-skinned people. But we, specifically, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, we are part of the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? The 12 tribes of the son of Jacob, man.
The book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
That was called what?
That was called nigger.
Read out from the beginning one more time.
Acts 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
So our ancestors are the prophets that this Bible is speaking about in the book of Acts right here. Our people are the prophets. We're the only ones that could prophesize the things that are gonna befall this earth right here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Go ahead. This is the translation from what we just read. All right. This is in the NLT, the New Living Translation, just so you could get a better context of what it's talking about, right? Because you just heard them say the word nigger in the Bible, right? So our ancestors were being called nigger 2,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But the way that they use it now, the so-called enemy has put a negative connotation on it, and now it's not a term of endearment anymore. But this is what the word really means, man.
Right, this is Acts 13 and 1 in the NLT. Among the prophets and teachers of the church at Antioch of Syria were Barnabas, Simeon, called the black man.
Right, so the word nigger just means the black man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure your grandfather or your great-grandfather, he was probably just as dark as me. You know what I'm saying? If not darker. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really dwell on color, because it's not about color. It's about your nationality. Give me the pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Your nationality is what matters. You are who your father is because your father carries the seed. You know what I'm saying? And your mother, her womb and her egg, that's the fertilizer. You know what I'm saying? So it goes off of your pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18.
Bring it out.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
Right. Just like the woman takes the man's last name, you know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. Give me Deuteronomy. What you got?
I got that. Give me Deuteronomy. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. 1 and 2. Hear this word that the Lord had spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole families which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You heard of the Exodus story, right? With Moses and the Israelites, you know, being freed from underneath Pharaoh's captivity. You heard of that story about the splitting of the Red Sea? Right, when you get home, get that Bible and read the Exodus, man. That's a deep story, man. That's about our ancestors being freed and being liberated from Egyptian captivity. Because American slavery, that wasn't our first captivity. You know what I'm saying? The captivity that your ancestors went through in those other countries, like what, Hispaniola and, you know, everywhere else over here, you know, 1492, Christopher Columbus, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the first time that we were in captivity. Go ahead.
The book of Numbers, chapter 26, verse 35.
Bring it out.
These are the sons of Ephraim, after their families of Shetula.
This is your tribe right here.
The family of the Shetulites, of Bechar, the family of the Becharites, of Tahan, the family of the Tahanites. And the descendants of the Tahans is where you get the tribes of the Taínos from. That's the Tahanites, the modern day descendants of the sons of Ephraim, from the tribe of Ephraim. Numbers chapter 26, verse 35. When it goes into the of Tahan, the family of the Tahanites.
Mention the Nazario collection.
Khan, I was gonna get into Deuteronomy 33.
He got
but when you can look up at the University of Puerto Rico, they in the last like 3 to 4 years, I think it was recently, they authenticated over 800 Hebrew artifacts found in Puerto Rico, and it was found in the library collection of a Taino chief. He had it in his private collection that they turned over to the university and authenticated. And on one of the stones that you can find at the university, it mentions the name Hanoah, right? It mentions the name Hanoah and how it says that the Tainos originated from a territory called Hanoah. Now, there's no territory in Puerto Rico known as Hanoah, but there's a territory in the land of Israel as the name Hanoah. That's the only place in the world where that city is founded and exists. And it was written in what's it called? The
Book of Joshua.
No.
Oh, the Nazario collection.
The Nazario collections in Puerto Rico, and mentions that Israelite city in the University of Puerto Rico.
Book, chapter, verse.
For what?
Joshua.
Numbers 26. The English translation. This is the English right here. This is the King James Bible, the English translation, right? And it says Numbers 26 and 35. And it goes into, these are the sons of Ephraim after their families, of Shethula, the family of the Shethulites, and of Bakar, the family of the Bakarites, and of Tahan, the family of the Tahanites. And the word Tahan is where you get the word Tayin. That's where the word Taino comes from Tahan.
I got it. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 16 and verse 6. And the border went out toward the sea to Michmetha on the north side, and the border went out about eastward onto Tanath Shiloh and passed by it on the east to Hanoah.
So this is just going into the history about our people. Like I said, this is not a religious book. You know what I'm saying? This is a history book. Right. You know what I'm saying? But what our enemy has done is he has destroyed our record, and he has interpreted this book, our records, for us. You know what I'm saying? So first he took up our identity, then he took our spirituality from us. So we don't know who we are. We don't know where we come from, what our people were called before we got here to America, got to Puerto Rico, got to any of these other islands like Haiti, Mexico. You know what I mean?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 13. And of Joseph he said, blessed of the Lord be his land, for the precious things of heaven, for the dew, and for the deep that crouches beneath. And when you look up into the Hebrew text for Deuteronomy 33 and 13, where it says blessed of the Lord, in Hebrew that word is barakia. That's where you get the word borikwa from. It's a transliteration of the Hebraic word borikwa, barakia in the Hebrew.
This is a wiki about the Nazario collection, also known as the Guayabana Library. Aguebana Library. Father Nazario's rocks and the Phoenician rocks are a cache of carved stones that originated at Guayanilla, Puerto Rico. According to contemporary accounts, the statuettes made of local serpentine rocks were first discovered by Catholic priest Jose Maria Nazario y Casillas during the 19th century, and featured unidentified petroglyphs that have been speculated to be connected to the old world for over 130 years. Their original site was not far from Yacao and was underground, where it was hidden under a slate that concealed a tunnel. Overwhelmed with the quantity and difficulty of transporting a trove that totaled more than a ton, he opted to abandon his individual approach and recruited locals to aid in the rocks to his house, where he conducted the first research on them by comparing them to similar objects from other countries. Nazario would combine his research with his religious background, leading to the hypothesis that there might be some connection between them and the 10 lost tribes.
Listen, listen, we wouldn't have any idea that this collection of books that they found in Puerto Rico had anything to do with the so-called Puerto Ricans and Hebrews if we didn't have this Bible right here. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we come out, because our people are being cursed out here. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't it seem like the so-called blacks and Hispanics, we're not living in the best condition that we should be living in, right? You still give me Deuteronomy 28, right?
That one?
Yeah.
Well, we got contact info on there as well. I was really
Right. Yeah, we appreciate you listening though, brother. But check this out. This is what's happening. This is, like I said, the Lord, the Most High God gave us a covenant that we were supposed to keep, that had laws, statutes, and commandments within it, right? So if we obeyed those laws, statutes, and commandments, then we will be blessed. If we didn't, then we will be cursed, right? So go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. Now jump down to 15. We're not being blessed right now.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Look at where our people live out here in the cities, man. We're poverty stricken, we're drug stricken, disease stricken, smitten with madness, man. So we're being cursed in the cities, man. We were cursed in the fields as well, man. We were in the tobacco fields, the sugarcane fields, the rubber fields, the cotton fields, man. We were being cursed there too, just like we're being cursed in the cities. Nothing has changed, man. Jump down to what, 48?
Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
No doubt, King. Just remember that you're a king and you're a God on this earth, man. We need to protect our people, man. Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, man. Yes, sir. You're an Israelite, brother. Just keep that in mind. Teach your people the information that you got from us today, man. Pass that flyer around to your people, man. Let them know who they are so we can get up out of this captivity, man. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to patrol our neighborhoods so much, man, because, you know, we're out on drugs, we're robbing people, we're killing each other, man. We want better for our people, man.
Right.
So as soon as we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, then we'll get about this captivity. Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, man. This is the whole duty of man right here, man. This is all we got to do, man, and we'll be all right.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Fear God and keep his commandments, man. Long as we fear God and keep his commandments, we're going to get blessed out here, man.
That's
and
right.
With that, I want to say, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Again, that's all praises to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And with that, I want to say, Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
SICARRI.
We are the children